Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I hope you're off to an awesome start today. It's wonderful to see you. Thank you for your time and thank you for your energy. And this morning, I want to share a story about you and about me. Because this is what the research is telling us, that everyone on some level shares this story. And this is a story about how we come into this world. Most every single one of us come into this world with a sense of openness, a sense of possibility, a sense of courage, and a commitment to live up to one's truth. It's genetic, it's physiology, I believe it's emotional and deeply spiritual. It's just part of who we are. And then sometime on our journey, whether when we're little children or sometime in our adolescence, or maybe it just happened yesterday, someone said something about you, or you have learned over the way that you've talked to yourself over years, decades, maybe most of your life, that you decided to dim your light to make the rest of the world more comfortable. Have you done that? Have you decided to censor your heart's truth just because it was too painful or too scary to go out in the world and present this beautiful version of you? This beautiful version, it's actually your truth. Joseph Campbell, who talks all about the razor's edge, he talks about the hero's journey. He talks about the hero and the one that absolutely lives up to one's knowing. That he says that all heroes have to go through a dark night of the soul. And when he describes this dark night, it could be that someone in school said something about you when you're in third grade, a teacher, a parent, a grandparent, a stranger. You started to believe a story that wasn't true. And then one day, you notice you were walking on the razor's edge. And I believe this razor's edge is spirit. You're walking on the razor's edge of your spirituality. Over here is where you fall into complacency and you begin a systematic dimming of your light and you start to fall away from your truth. Over here is where you start to lean into your truth. You start to do little things every single day to begin to express this light, this love, this knowing, this sense of truth of who you are. And we walk this razor's edge until one day we either fall in to the dark space or we fall into the light space of grace. So much about what we do each and every morning sets the tone. So much about what we do and surround ourselves with all day long will allow us to fall into that space of grace and allow our story to become the hero's journey. We walk the razor's edge. We challenge old beliefs. We get into a space where we look deeply in our soul and say to ourselves, you know what? Not on my watch am I going to allow myself to fall into complacency. Not on the universe or God's watch am I going to grow up into groupthink, where I go into gossip, where I go into darkness, where I go into heartache and heartbreak. I will not allow that to happen on my watch or God's watch, the universe's watch, or my friend's watch, my lover's watch, my family's watch. Why don't we decide today that that razor's edge no longer becomes something we're going to teeter on anymore and lose that energy? We know that we're going to outlove our former selves so we fall into that space of grace and we move forward with a sense of possibility and power and potential that is so beautifully unreasonable that we fall in love with it because it's so inspired. It's so exciting. When my dad took his last breath with me, my dad looked at me, riddled with cancer, a shadow of where he used to be. He said to me, I could have been so much more. My dad walked the razor's edge for so many years, and he said I could have been so much more. What story are you going to live up to today? What story are you willing to fall in love with? So you no longer lose energy debating whether or not you are going to feed your drama or you're going to feed your dreams. Because when you feed your dreams, you live up to the truth of who you are. Your hero's journal, your hero's journey. You begin to write it and then you become it. This is your time to galvanize the truth of your being and live up to who you came here to be. Let us rise as one and be all we came here to be. Much love and every blessing. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.